on top of your head.
All right, let's go to work.
What do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out?
That doesn't even enter my consciousness.
I thought you said he was dead.
He was. I checked his pulse.
Locking his paper in the closet. Huh? Open the door, Smoke! I've had a few.
A few what?
Few small beers.
Hello and welcome to the Talk Film Society Awards Show podcast. I am your host, your co-host, some would say, of this series. I'm Marcelo Pico, and with me, as always, it's the other co-host of this show, the host, you could also say, Siobhan Irving. Hello, Siobhan.
That's right, you are listening to Siobhan and the guy who knows how to give the ladies double the O's, Marcelo Pico, on WMVE, the movie channel, your number one spot for all things Kino. Next up, the number one wet t-shirt scenes in cinema. I know you aren't going to want to miss that one, folks. We're going to get drenched.
See, that's what we should do when we shift over to video and just have clips from... What's a good wet t-shirt movie? What's a good one?
I was thinking, it's not a t-shirt, but I was thinking Fast Ridgemont or Fast Times at Ridgemont. She gets out of the pool.
I've never seen Porky's. Is Porky's one?
It probably is. Animal House. I don't know.
So we show clips of these movies with naked women, and then let the money roll in from YouTube, right? Because that's a lot on YouTube, just like showing women.
The Howard Stern model is popping right now. You know?
I'm glad you have this enthusiasm, Siobhan. It is 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm dealing with some allergies. I'm sniffly. Sorry for folks listening to this who have to hear me sniffle every once in a while. But I'm excited. This is going to be a good episode.
Oh my God, that's crazy. I'm excited because this is going to be a good episode. I was just thinking that. That's crazy.
You're damn right. So this is Best Cinematographer. That's the topic of this episode.
That's a big one. Like, look, if we didn't have a cinematographer, we couldn't see nothing. You know?
Exactly. I mean, what is this? What's a movie?
An audio play? No, come on.
What is this? A podcast? Get out of here. Look, we're going to talk about our best cinematographers of the year. 2025. We'll do that later, but first segment, who are we? All right. What's going on? What is this show? Siobhan, who are you?
I am just a simple country gal who does like the films, does like the movies, and I like to talk about them with Marcella here on this podcast every single damn year. It's just one of the greatest honors of my life.
It is award season once again, Siobhan. Remind the people who, I mean, this saying I say almost, every time I don't say it. Sometimes I think it, but you've heard me say this so many times. Like, maybe this is somebody's first episode, right? Now, what if they're like, 2 minutes in, and after that whole radio DJ, bit at the beginning that we that we dropped. Like, I kind of ignored it. I just kind of swerved. I could have joined in. I sort of also done like a morning DJ thing, but I didn't. I refused to. If somebody's not put off by that and they're still listening, what's the one thing you want them to know about this awards show podcast?
Well, the number one thing I want you to know is that we have this podcast is tied to our actual own awards show that we do, right?
Yeah,
is that what you're getting at, Marcelo? Yeah. I'm saying, let's see, like, we do our own awards right now. We're in the first round of voting, I believe. Are we still there?
Yeah, sure.
Right. And so if you just go to talkfilmsociety.com/awards, you can fill out your ballots, and it's just a big communal get together where everybody decides the best films without having to have a SAG, you don't have to be in SAG. You don't have to be in a union and work in film to vote on our awards. You don't have to pay the Independent Spirit Award, cash.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay the Independent Spirit Awards to vote with them. No, come to us for free at talkfilmsociety.com/awards. Make your voice heard.
Yeah.
Any film you like. I'll nominate the frickin' Smurfs if you want.
Yeah. That came out this year, right?
We already talked about it.
Talked about it.
A little animation episode with Joey.
March 6th, 2026. That's the date of the Talk Film Society Awards, the 13th annual. We've done 13 of these. So vote now. Now, I was hesitant about the date that we're releasing this on. I'm actually not sure. I'm not going to look it up. But if you go to talkfilmsociety.com/TFSAwards, no space, you'll have access to the ballot. You can vote either the first round or second round, just whatever. Just go to that page and just look around, click on whatever link is there, and you can possibly vote for the best of the year of 2025.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. What?
The Kiss in the Rain.
Oh,
that's a great wet T-shirt. There you go.
That's the one. That's number one. That's
a great one. That's a great one.
Now, are we better than the Oscars? Are the Talk Film Society Awards better than the Oscars? I don't know. Some would say maybe, yeah. But have we been around for 98 years? No, not yet.
No, geez, only what, 13?
Yeah, this is the 13th. So we have a few decades to go, and then
look, 82 more years, 83 more years, we'll be there. 85 more, 87 more, 6 years.
And we'll definitely keep doing this for 80 more years. That's for sure.
It'll last way beyond when we're dead.
Absolutely.
For sure. We're building a legacy here.
All right. So that's the Talk Film Society Awards. And as for me, who am I? Yeah, one morning I woke up 14 years ago and I told myself, I see these New York Film Critics Circles Awards, and like, who's voting for this? Like some critics from New York? Why don't I poll the people on Twitter to see what they think the best of the year is? And that's how originally it was called the Tweet Film Society Awards. I changed that like the second year, so it became the Talk Film Society Awards. So yeah, that's how I did it. It's just, hey, I just woke up one day and go, hey, why don't I make my own award show? And thus, now it's our award show.
Yes. The rest is history.
The rest is history. 13 years later, here we are. All right, next. That's who we are. That's
us.
We've answered that question. Now, let's speed through this because this will be a short one. The news. All right. So, as of this recording, we're recording this on January 7th. Because you were busy you were busy yesterday, right, Siobhan?
I had a lot to do yesterday.
You were celebrating.
I had to go visit my friend Jay in prison, and now we were making some plans. Yeah, but don't worry about it.
Yeah. So over the weekend, I don't know if you saw this. I don't know if you were keeping up with this. The Critics' Choice Awards happened on January 4th, this past Sunday, I believe.
They did. I vaguely, this is like is this the first like major award show?
Now, I looked this up. This is the first time in the last few years. I don't know how far back this goes, but this is the first time in so many years that this is before the Golden Globes. Usually the Golden Globes are first when it comes to award season, like right off the bat in January. But for whatever reason, the Critics' Choice this year decided to go, oh, you know what?
Scoop them. Yeah,
we'll do it the Sunday before the Golden Globes this year. So, yeah, this is the first time in a while that they're before the Globes. And
you know what? That made them feel more important because it is like the first major one. And like usually the Critics' Choice, I'm like, whatever. But this time it's like, wow, awards are here. Yay. You know?
Yeah.
And Golden Globes, I'm going to be like that anyway. And Golden Globes are, pretty exciting either way.
Yeah. The Globes are happening this Sunday, which I'm excited for. Now, I did see this award show live as it was happening. All right. It was Sunday night. We had nothing else to do. Me and my co-host partner, who I live with, we had nothing else to do, so we just had a dinner, watched the Critics' Choice Awards. About halfway through, my partner was like, "Hey, do you want to keep watching, or do you want to turn this off?" We were on the fence. But then as more awards were handed out, we were like, okay, maybe this is a good precursor to award season. Maybe this is officially the kickoff. We saw the whole thing from beginning to end. Now, I will say the Critics' Choice Awards mix the TV stuff with the film stuff. The TV stuff, I don't know, other than like some wins for the studio and the pit, it's like I just don't care about the TV stuff. I'm not going to see Adolescence, and whatever other bullshit limited series they're talking about here. So that was whatever. But the film stuff, we're here to talk about the film. All right.
Yeah, we love film.
The film. Now, I'm not going to go through all this, but Siobhan, did you see who the winners were? Did you catch who won the Critics' Choice?
Yeah, I did. I did kind of flip through the winners, but they're escaping me. But I do remember a handful. Of course, I remember the tippity top.
Yeah, let me read off the big winners. So, and I'll say this: the Critics' Choice Awards. I don't think I've ever seen them live.
I didn't know it was a thing you could watch.
Yeah, Seth Rogen, who won the award for like Best Actor in a Comedy Series, on stage he goes, I don't think anybody's watching this live, so I'll just say this, which is very funny because, yes, you can watch the Critics' Choice Awards live on USA Network and E! Network. So if you have your cable provider, you can access that. I don't have a cable provider, and I just found a link somewhere to watch this live. So that's how I saw it. This award show is pretty boring. Chelsea Handler was the host. She's fine, I guess.
Yeah, she's all right.
But like it's just typical award show bullshit with every presenter just reading off the teleprompter, like not even jokes, just set up to what the category is. It's like, we're nothing without our writers, and writing a story is something that we can all agree is pretty hard to do.
Wear a costume here, I'd be naked.
It was that every single time. Like there was like maybe one duo of presenters who did a bit that was kind of funny, but that was it. Kind of a boring award show. But what was exciting was the winners and the people in the audience there.
Yeah, let's get to it. The winners.
Paul Thomas Anderson was there. Sinners, all of them were there. Right? Well, pretty much. Okay, the winners. So they. And
I heard only one Michael B. Jordan showed up, which was really interesting.
So, and I'll say this, and then I'll zip through the winners. They don't show the. They announce some of these categories, some of the winners, just offhand. Like in between awards, they go, oh, by the way, we're also handing out awards to best sound, best editing, best cinematography.
They don't get their
They don't get their time to shine. The winners of those categories, including best original screenplay and best adapted screenplay, which were just announced without being presented. Best original screenplay went to Sinners, and best original Sinners screenplay and best adapted screenplay went to One Battle After Another. So
it's adapted?
Yes, One Battle is adapted based on the Thomas Pinchot novel. Is it Vineland or Viceland? But yeah, it's an adapted screenplay. Now for the big winners. Very big, not surprised because like her name has been in the mix, and I think right now she's kind of guaranteed to be an Oscar nominee. Amy Madigan won for Weapons for Best Supporting Actress.
Hey, look, I already said it. I think she'll win. I think she'll win the big one.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you called me crazy. You called me fucking crazy. You called me nuts.
I don't think I called you crazy.
You called me insane. You said that you were going to lock me up.
Okay, maybe that was for something else, but I don't think for this reason. By the way, Vineland is the novel I was thinking of that One Battle After Another is adapted from. Amy Madigan, good speech. It sounded like she was honestly surprised by the win. She thanked her fans, which is great. One legitimate surprise, Best Supporting Actor, Jacob Elordi. Now, I know he's in the running. I know he'll be Oscar nominated, but the fact that he won over Benicio, over Sean Penn, over Adam Sandler, over Stellan Skarsgård, in my opinion, Paul Mescal should not be on this list, but he was nominated for Hamnet. But the fact that he won over those contenders, yeah, it's a little surprising for me. Not to take away from Elordi's win. I think he's very good in Frankenstein, but yeah, little bit of a surprise.
He's so incredible in that movie, and it's weird that like this is surprising that he won any award. Like he's just like so damn good. But then you're right. Like for some reason he is seen as being bottom of the pack, which is just so odd.
Yeah, but now speaking of precursors, like this might be maybe a sign of things to come. Maybe he starts winning more awards now. But yeah, I have to rewatch Frankenstein. I'm looking forward to it, and I do remember his performance being the best of that movie. So, yeah. Okay, the big ones. Best Actor and Best Actress. Best Actress went to Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. Very good performance.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
I want Rose Byrne to win all these awards. That Buckley's, I think, ultimately going to win, which is a shame. I like them both. I like both movies. I love Rose Byrne, and If I Had Legs to Kick You, even a lot more than Hamnet. Hamnet is good. Jessie Buckley is great, but I think Byrne should be winning these awards.
It's also a career recognition for somebody that just gets looked over so easily.
Yeah.
But she's been working for 20 plus years in like main star roles. You just don't think of her that way.
Yeah. I believe I can't remember now. I think it was the director of If I Had Legs I'd Kick You did a Q&A at Fantastic Fest when I saw this movie at Fantastic Fest. And she said once she gave the script to Rose Byrne said, yeah, of course I'll do it. And Byrne also said, like, nobody has ever given me, this type of role before, like a full-on lead performance in a movie like this. So, like, the fact that it took this long to give Byrne a role like this, I want her to win. But hey, again, Buckley's good. Maybe she'll go the distance. Best Actor, Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme.
Very good. Interesting. Very interesting. I like it.
Yeah. This one will be interesting. He might be the front runner. I think right now, maybe. He was nominated alongside DiCaprio, Joe Edgerton, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. He could take it all.
Yeah, that's not the strongest category. Like that feels like it's either him or Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah. Honestly, maybe Wagner Moura is kind of in second or third place.
Who's he, Hamnet?
That's The Secret Agent.
The Secret Agent.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Joe Edgerton, I like being... Joe Edgerton, I would love him to be Oscar nominated for Best Actor.
I love the man, but he don't gotta win this one.
Have you seen Train Dreams? I forget.
No, I need to. Goddamn, shut up. It's a Netflix movie.
He is very good in that movie. The more I think about that movie, the more I like it. Train
Fine,
Dreams.
I hope he wins.
Okay. Okay, I'll say this about Timothée Chalamet's speech. As someone who did not like his speech when he won the SAG award last year, the actor award last year, I thought it was last year. I thought it was too a post game, ESPN, press conference, too much of that vibe. This acceptance speech from Chalamet felt more real. It felt more honest. He kind of just was kind of fumbling around, and like searching for words at some point. So I don't know. I like this Timothée Chalamet. I think he was in character last year. I think he even said it himself in the press for Marty Supreme. Like the last 2 years of his life have been like Marty Supreme mode, where he's like in that sort of like winning mode, like wanting to be the best at everything. And now I think he's gotten past that, and he's just now himself, which is good. So I like him winning this and this acceptance speech. So good for him. Okay, best director and best picture. Siobhan, I mean, do you know the winners of this? I mean,
Yes.
Yeah. So it's one battle.
I saw the clip, so I was like, oh, PTA going up and hugging whoever. Yeah. That cute, that fun clip of Tiana Taylor like yelling at him as he went up there. Like that was great.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson winning Best Director, Best Picture, and the Best Screenplay award at the Critics' Choice Awards. One battle. I mean, some would say that's probably the front runner.
The film to beat.
The film to beat. And that's the Critics' Choice Awards. Any other thoughts on the Critics' Choice Awards, Siobhan?
No, I wish I knew that I could watch them, and maybe I also had this link, but whatever, it's fine.
I probably should have just shared it with like the group of people who share the same interest.
It's okay.
Awards.
It's okay. I'll get to the Goldies however I get to them. That'll be my first. Yeah. It's okay.
All right. And that's the news. So that is that segment. And now the next segment. Man, we're just zipping through these.
Zip.
Zippity doo-dah. What is it that we've been watching over here?
What is it that we have been watching over here? Hockey Puck will decide who goes first.
All right, Pucky Huck. Pucky Huck.
Hockey Puck. What do you want, Marcelo?
I'll go Tails this time, the friend of Sonic.
It is Tails, Marcelo. That has earned you the right to decide whether you want to go first or second.
Let me go first.
All right.
I'm going first. Now, my what is it that I've been watching? Be a little special this episode, and maybe episodes to come.
Okay.
We'll see what happens with this. We'll see how long this bit goes. So I was digging through my closet the other day, and I found a stack of old journals and old notebooks.
Oh, yeah.
And I found this little notebook I wrote that had like handwritten movie reviews, like little scratches, and dates of when I saw these movies, dating back to the first entry is October 11th, 2010. So some of our listeners may not even have been born yet, because I'm sure we have 15-year-old listeners. So
a lot of 14-year-olds in the audience.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to I have not read through all these reviews. So I'm just going to randomly pick one or two to read from. And this is me from 15 years ago writing these reviews of these movies. So let's hear what's, a 15-year-old... No. I was going to say 15-year-old me says. No. A me from 15 years ago, what they would say about these movies. So, this one should be interesting to you, Siobhan. November 8th, 2010. The movie Love and Other Disasters.
That is very interesting to me, and we'll get to why later.
We'll get to why. So, I saw this for the first time back in 2010. I said this. A bad Brittany Murphy movie.
Oh, no.
A bad Brittany Murphy movie that's trying too hard. I did not spell "to" the right way, so shame on me.
TWO.
That's trying too hard to be a self-referential Charlie Kaufman-esque movie. Blah.
Yeah.
I have no memory of this.
Yeah.
I have no memory of this. Sorry, Brittany Murphy. I'll do, let's see. Why don't we go to this one? November 7th, 2010. This is the day before. Jackass 3D.
All right. A movie that we've done a commentary on that you can listen to at talkfilmsociety.com/Patreon.
Yes, absolutely. So I said this of this movie that I'm assuming I saw in 3D in theaters. Funny, but also insane in its depravity. 3D use was ingenious, but the Jackass format tends itself to TV. What does that mean? Tends itself to TV.
Even like the sketch nature in a film.
I guess so. And I also said, and a full-length feature runs a bit long. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's that. I don't know if I feel that way anymore.
Yeah.
But I'll read one more. Let's see. What's a good one? How about this one? The Last Temptation of Christ. I saw this on November 18th, 2010. A fascinating take on the story of Christ. Scorsese does some innovative and sometimes out there things. Overall, it's I don't know. Oh yeah, overall it's moving and oddly powerful. I wouldn't say oddly. I would just say powerful.
Marcelo, this is very brave of you. Honestly, I would not read any of my old reviews.
And this is not like I'm. Okay, let me do the math for people who are wondering. I'm not going to reveal my age, but I'm just going to tell you how old I was when I wrote this. So this was when I was, let's say, 23 years old. So not that young, and also not that old. But I'm definitely
it's still stupid though.
I know
yeah.
But I have more of these. Let's see how our listeners how they feel about me reading more of these. Like if how the feedback goes.
Personally, I think it's very fun.
All right, so that's what I've been watching 15 years ago, Siobhan. That's it for me. Your turn.
Yeah. Okay. So I forgot to mention this on the last episode, but when we turned the clock over to the new year, I ended up watching 500 films last year, exactly 500, and that was on purpose. I finished about like a week early, and it just took a week off of movies, and honestly, it was harder than I thought it was. But I wanted to do something. I was at 498 movies, and I wanted to do something special. I had a few ways I could go with it, but the one I eventually landed on was I'm going to watch the best film of all time and the former best film of all time, according to Sight and Sound's poll that they do every, 12 years? 10 years?
10, yeah.
So I watched the former best film of all time, I believe still the number 2, Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. That's right. My first time with Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. Damn good Alfred Hitchcock thriller. The man knew how to make him. Jimmy Stewart, he's a guy I like. It might be my favorite performance of his. I would not call this my favorite Hitchcock movie, but I think I get it why it's so beloved, and like it's a really goddamn dark movie. I mean, for like Code era to like just it's dark. It's fucking, and like really there's some really creepy imagery and some like really interesting effects work. Like I don't know if effects is the right word for it, but like they do interesting things. I can see how it was a very influential, inspirational film for decades to come. So yeah, that's Vertigo. I liked it. Then now, of course, I had to watch the number 1 best film ever made, Chantal Akerman's Jean Delmont 540 kickflip and nose grind 360 no scope. It was, it is what it is. It is 3.5 hours of real time watching a woman live her life over the course of 3 days as it very, very, very slowly unravels. I say real time because, like, legitimately everything you see is like she cooks food and you watch her like bring the food entirely to a boil and then cook the food and watch the food cook, and or she goes and takes a bath. You watch every step of her taking a bath without any cuts. Static camera angle. And it, to be honest, dude, it bored me pretty hard. And I did not, like, I got it. Like, I get the idea behind it, the mundanity of life, and like the troubles and trefoils that single mothers and women in general. She has to end up prostituting herself, end up like the women go through. It's a feminist film, and I appreciate it. And you know what? As a child, something like this was kind of always my dream movie. Like, I always imagined, like, what would a movie be like in real time? And this is the first one I've seen that's like as close to that as you can possibly get, without literally filming for 72 hours, you know? I was certainly bored, and who's to say that, like, maybe 90 minutes in, I didn't start fast-forwarding a bit. So that was Gendarme 3...
Can I say something?
1080 House, Brussels. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I have some thoughts. So I saw this I think 3 years ago now. The January right after it was announced as like the #1 movie on Sight and Sound, and I was surprised by that ranking because, I mean, I had heard of the movie before, but I didn't realize people loved it that much, right? To put it at #1 above other classics. So at the Repertory Theater here in town, they were like, "Oh, the movie you've heard so much about, so we're playing it in theaters." Halfway through the movie, I wouldn't call it a panic attack, but I just kind of had to step out of the theater because I was like falling asleep, but also just so anxious. Hard for me to describe what was happening. So I went to get like a soda and a candy. Came back for the second half. I think kind of what you're saying, Siobhan. It is. I think it's supposed to just bore you to death.
I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be really boring. Like that is definitely a goal of it.
Yeah. And
then, like, within the boredom, you get surprised by the little changes that do happen to her routine. You know,
right? And I think by the end, it was all worth it. And I've been wanting to see this again. Not at home because I don't think I can handle it at home. But if I were to find, if I were forced to sit down and watch this in a theater, I think I would have done better with it. Yeah, yeah.
But watching it here at home where I had the power, I couldn't resist it. It's like I had the One Ring next to me. I've got to put it on.
No, I mean, speaking of rings, we might get to it. But yeah, okay. So that was a long name title that you saw.
That is right. Okay. Now we go to our next segment, our beloved news segment, where I am trying to watch the films of people that were in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
The segment is called Gollum and Smeagol's Deagle Memorial Regal Cinemeagle presents, and this week they are presenting An Unexpected Tourney.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, last week, Legolas died, meaning I had to watch, Frodo killed him, meaning that I had to watch a Orlando Bloom movie, and it was chosen, Marcelo, that I would watch Love and Other Disasters.
Whoa.
A Brittany Murphy film.
Yeah, a movie that I said last episode I did not see, but apparently I did see 15
You
years
saw
ago.
it.
Yeah.
And you did not like it.
Back then, no.
It was too Charlie Kaufman-esque.
Apparently, which I don't know what that means.
You know what? It's honestly, that's a fair thing to do. It is trying to be a little meta about the idea of this isn't a rom-com. Things don't work like this. But it is. Brittany Murphy plays Jax, who she works for Vogue UK, and she wants love for herself, but she's hung up in a situationship with her ex and spends most of her time trying to be matchmaker for others. And she tries setting up her gay roommate with a photographer's assistant who she assumes is gay, but he isn't. He actually is in love with Jax. The movie is that rom-com thing. Like, it's that dream escape. Like, we're well-off people. They have nothing to worry about other than sex and romance, and there's a mix of comedy and melodrama. It's pure escapism, really. I thought it was charming, but yes, it's up its own ass in ways. And I laughed a handful of times. And performances all around pretty solid. Brittany Murphy's pretty good, although, like, she's got a weird, like, she's American but she's lived in in the UK for a very long time. She sort of affects a British accent every now and then, but it kind of makes sense because her mother was British and her dad in the movie, and her dad was like Spanish, I think. So she also knows how to speak Spanish. She's doing a lot at once. It's actually kind of complex. Anyway, Orlando Bloom, he is in this film for a 30-second cameo.
Hell yeah.
At the end of the movie when they make a movie about the movie you just watched. Because the gay roommate is also a screenwriter. And he got a movie made. Look, nothing noteworthy. It is it's a totally solid, fine rom-com to watch. That's the most I can say about it. There's not really, like, this is a pod to be you film.
Mm-hmm.
And
bring it back.
Bring it back, please. But so that was what Orlando Bloom and Legolas died for. Now, an unexpected tourney. Marcelo, we must play a game, a quick little game.
You want to play a game?
Do you want to play a game? Last time we played a game of wits. This time we are going to play either a game of intuition or a game of luck.
Why don't we do, let's see, intuition.
Marcelo.
Yes.
What does J.J. Abrams' name stand for?
God damn it. J. Jonah?
It doesn't. It's not J. Jonah. I'll give you 3 guesses.
I honestly don't know. I'm going to guess Joshua Jackson.
No.
James Joyce.
No, one more guess.
Jeremiah Jordan.
Oh, wait, we forgot to pick our fighters.
Siobhan,
Okay,
you're
well,
running this, so
Before we tell who do you want to be your fighter? Gandalf, a wizard, guide of the company. Gimli, dwarf of the Lonely Mountain. Aragorn, the Strider, the one true heir to the throne of Gondor. Boromir, High Warden of the White Tower. Frodo Baggins, bearer of the one ring, also a winner already. He's killed Legolas. Merry Brandybuck, master of Buckland. Pippin Took, heir to the Thane of the Shire. Samwise Gamgee, Frodo's fucking gardener.
let's go with Aragorn.
You are picking Aragorn. Okay.
Yeah.
Played by Viggo Mortensen. I will pick... I'm going to pick Frodo again. Why the hell not? Dude's a winner. All right, Marcelo, your last guess. It was completely wrong. J.J. Abrams' name stands for Jeffrey Jacob Abrams.
Wow. Would have never gotten that.
No, you wouldn't have. All right, so Frodo Baggins... He has claimed another soul, and he murders Aragorn. He slices his head off with
Okay. All right.
with his little spike,
It just-
with his little dagger thing.
so in this game, Frodo has killed Legolas and now Aragorn.
And Aragorn.
Okay.
But that means we must watch now that Aragorn is dead, in his honor, we will watch a film that Viggo Mortensen is in. Marcelo.
Okay. This is exciting.
This was actually really hard for me to find movies. For some reason, Viggo Mortensen's movies are just not available. Marcelo, do you want me to watch American Yakuza or A History of Violence?
You know, I was kind of hoping a Cronenberg would show up here.
Yeah, I know you were.
And we got a Cronenberg. That's right. A History of Violence. Siobhan.
Beautiful.
Please watch that movie.
I get to open up that old DVD.
Oh, yeah. And you've never seen it before, right?
No, sir. No, sir.
I hope you enjoy it. It is a favorite of mine now. I love Cronenberg. And that's, I think, you know, dare I say, and we'll talk about it whenever you see it. Top tier Cronenberg for me.
All right. That is the end of Gollum and Smeagol's Deagle Memorial Regal Cinemeagle presents An Unexpected Tourney.
Nice. All right. And that is it that we've been watching over there. All right. Next segment. Ooh, this might be like a 90-minute episode. Imagine that. Best cinematographer of the year. That year being 2025. All right.
2025.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to open up my spreadsheet. I'm going to look at my picks. I have a feeling some of this might change even as we're talking about this. This was hard for me to do.
You know what? That is all the more incentive for you to go second.
All right. I will go
I think
second.
it is appropriate for me to go first.
Right.
Because here's what I'm saying. I also had a tough time picking my choices, but I think for different reasons than you.
Okay.
I was like, which of these really blew me away? And I don't know. I was not really coming up with them.
Really?
But I ended up picking a few, and I even got some honorable mentions that I wanted to say. I wanted to say Final Destination Bloodlines. I think its IMAX stuff was pretty cool. And like, I think they did some inventive stuff by doing the Dutch angles whenever death arrives. It's a good looking movie overall. Honorable mention Eddington. I don't know why I didn't want to put that one on the list, but I just didn't. And honorable mention No Other Choice. Great looking movie. It is a very thoughtfully shot movie, but it's just one I couldn't. It's almost like I wish I could watch it again right before I picked it. But I couldn't. Okay, so on to my official list. Number 5, Superman. Cinematography by Henry Brom. Really lovely bright color palette, sells that whimsy when it's wanted and needed. They're doing the stuff like Wicked did, where they are shooting directly into the sun, but it looks beautiful. Like, it looks great, you know? And like, obviously all of this is like accounting for effects work. Like, most of this shit is effects, but it still looks fantastic. And I'll say, like, when we were at the times when like Superman goes into like super flight fast mode, you feel that speed. They did a good job of like filming him like that direct like head on camera that's like right in front of his face as he's flying. Like, it's genius. It works really well. And yeah, just this great candy colored mix of stuff going on. At the end when Superman's lost his will to fight and Lois is in there trying, like, kind of giving him a pep talk or whatever, and outside the window you can just see everybody, all the other heroes fighting this giant like eyeball thing outside, and beautiful lights flashing and stuff. Like, that's truly inspired stuff, I think. Like, what a great idea. Yeah, that is That is Superman.
Super choice.
So, thank you. Number 4, Smashing Machine. Cinematography by Maceo Bishop, or Maceo Bishop. It follows the tried and true look of the Safdies, where it is kind of grimy. It is a little bit odd. Shots are composed in ways that like are more close up than you think they should be, or the camera is moving in interesting ways, or not framing things exactly like how any other movie would frame them. I'm curious what this was shot on. It looks very, I assume it's digital, and then they just did a lot of like afterworks to make it look because it feels very handheld. So I assume it's digital, and then they did a lot of like afterwork to make it look like film, and then not even just film, but kind of even lower quality film. But yeah, everything just it looks fabulous, and that also works to the period piece nature of it. That like it kind of looks like maybe the cameras that would have been shooting this, back in 2002 or whenever this takes place. Yeah, that is Smashing Machine. Smashing choice.
Smashing. You smashed those other choices, Siobhan.
Number 3. Highest to Lowest, Matthew Libatique. Who also did Caught Stealing and Is This Thing On this year.
Yeah.
Because he is a Spike Lee regular, and he is Aronofsky's guy from day one. And he is also Bradley Cooper's guy for all of his movies. So this guy had a busy year. But yeah, Highest to Lowest. Just goddamn good digital photography. Like, this is some of the best. This is like the best purely digital photography I saw this year for sure. Makes New York look like it makes it look so epic. Like Denzel Washington, his character, it feels like he's the king and New York is his kingdom. And I get that look. I get that from the way that New York is shot and how he is shot inside of the city of New York. Beautiful colors. Great composition, I think. That ending dolly zoom shot thing in the rap battle, or in the rap whatever. You know what I mean. Looks amazing. Fantastic colors all over the place. It's a gorgeous looking movie. It's the thing that's stuck with me most about that movie. It's that and A$AP Rocky's performance. Okay, number 2, Presence.
Ooh. Cinematography
by Peter Andrews, aka Dr. Soderbergh. Presence. Yeah, I've spoken to this movie's virtues before. I'm going to keep doing it throughout this season. And yeah, that lingering camera, fantastic way of framing things. It's got a little bit of a fisheye lens, would you say, Marcelo? What would you say that lens is?
I would not say this has a fisheye lens. I would say this has a wide angle lens.
It's a wide angle lens. It looks interesting when like it's close up on characters.
Yeah.
Like things look just a little distorted around the edges. It's really nice. It is a beautiful looking movie filmed very innovatively. All I can say, really, that lingering, wandering camera that flies around like a ghost. the way it moves, it feels like a ghost. It doesn't feel like a person. It doesn't feel like it's on a track. However they accomplished that, maybe it was on strings. I don't fucking know. Like, they did a great job. Yeah, presence. Oh, and there's one particular shot where, like, it follows a character who, let's say, falls. And it's kind of wondered how they did that. It's really good. Number one. 28 years later. Anthony Dodd Mantle. I mean, look. I mean, Jesus Christ. Nobody tried this hard. This year? Like, deciding to shoot this high budget trilogy starting Lego sequel on iPhones is incredible. Like, what a weird choice. But it is such a brilliant choice that calls back to the first film, which was shot on trash video that looked like shit on purpose. Same cinematographer, by the way. And then you see behind the scene photos where they have 160 iPhones strapped on a guy from all angles, so they can, like, just choose the best angles to look at when they're running for the shot. Like, it is such, like, inspired and wild shit that they're doing, and they make that iPhone look good as hell. I mean, look, previously, speaking of Peter Andrews, he had done that before as well. Made an iPhone movie look good as hell, but man, I think Anthony Dodd Mantle knocks Mr. Soderbergh out of the park here, with a much more ambitious film being filmed that way. Yeah, and it's just it's gorgeous, man. It's gorgeous. Like, I really couldn't get over how that film looked. Being shot on iPhone, and then the colors just pop so much, and from the wide vistas to the close-ups to the crazy action stuff, it just all looks so good. Like, it's beyond impressive. Yeah, I don't think there's any other choice this year, but 28 years later. That is my cinematography top 5 and extra choices.
Wow.
Marcelo?
Great picks, Siobhan. I can answer the Smashing Machine question.
Please.
About how they do that. Shot on film, on 16mm and on 65mm film.
Yeah, damn it, you're right. Yeah, I saw him say that on Twitter. I saw Benny say that. Yeah, that is fascinating.
And they shot the fights in HD video. I'm assuming, like, kind of like,
like TV.
Yeah, like TV, yeah. But yeah, spoiler alert, it's not going to show up on my list, Smashing Machine, but I do remember liking that visual look of that movie. So, good on you, Siobhan. All right, my picks. Like I said before, hard to do for me. Even as Siobhan was talking, I moved stuff around on my list. So this is it. I'm locking it in. This is my list. This is tough.
No going back.
No going back. I have 3 honorable mentions, if you permit me, Siobhan.
Please. That's how many I had.
Okay. I think I erased one. So actually, no, I have 4 honorable mentions. Accidentally, I erased one. 2 of which are from my favorite working director. Black Bag and Presence are.
Wow. I thought Black Bag would be on yours for sure.
It was close. It was very close. But I had to make decisions. I had to make choices. I was just saying last episode when we were talking about editing and Presence. I think that made my list, right? In my top 5.
I think so.
And how the editing decisions were tied into the cinematography and the directing, of course, because Soderbergh did all 3. So it was hard for me to kind of, separate them. But I don't know, when comparing just the cinematography of, Presence and these other films and Black Bag and these other films, I have to say the cinematography of these other films are a bit higher for me. But I loved the cinematography and Presence and Black Bag. Don't get me wrong. But they just barely did not make the top 5. Also, not making the top 5, highest to lowest. A lot what you said, I agree with, Siobhan. There's a segment in this movie when there's the money transfer, when Denzel gets on the subway and it shifts to film because Spike Lee just said, "Hey, why don't we just have why don't we shoot some of this on film?" They're trying to decide when to use it, and they picked like the best time to use it. It was like on the New York subway, and they were shooting on the subway for real, and you just see Denzel on film walking through like the New York subway, line, and it's incredible footage. It's an incredible sequence, and then it shifts to that Puerto Rican Day sequence, which is also shot on some film, and that looks great too. So amazing film. Didn't make my top 5. So that's 3, and then the other one, it barely missed out. This was tough. 5 and 6. 6 is Sinners. I love the cinematography in Sinners. I love the IMAX stuff in Sinners. It was so close to making my top 5, but it's my number 6. So Autumn Durald, R. Kappa, amazing work. The shift from, I think, like scope, like aspect ratio to the full IMAX aspect ratio, incredible. Jaw dropping to see that on the big screen in IMAX this past year. So, but did not make my top 5. Those are my honorable mentions, and now for my top 5. Locked in. So, my number 5. Almost my number 6, but I had to make a decision here. Much like the Oscar race this year, it's between these two movies. One battle after another is my number 5. Michael Ballman. Amazing work. I will talk about the River of Hill sequence this entire season. Like the opening of the movie, the beginning action sequence, so kinetic in its pace, but also so grand and so epic. Like immediately, Paul Thomas Anderson. It just feels like he's been given like a bigger, like a bigger space to work with, like more money to work with, and it just feels so epic in scale because of just how it's shot. And then cut to the end, like that. I was actually reading about this last night about how they shot the River of Hill sequence, like when the car chase with those three cars, and how Michael Bauman and Paul Thomas Anderson were shooting, like, I think test footage going up and down the hills, and then when they saw the footage, they go, it looks too clean. It has to be a bit shaky. So apparently they like unscrewed something on the camera rig to make it just a bit bumpier. So now when you see it like there on the big screen, like in the movie, like on TV, wherever you see it, like it looks like a little shaky, and that's on purpose to make it feel real. So decisions like that make it just that much better to me. But yeah, that's one battle after another. Amazing looking movie, amazing looking sequence at the end. Incredible. My number 4, it's Nouvelle Vague. Cinematographer, David Chambill. So, this was like, it's not I don't know, not surprising to put it here for me, but I had to really think about it, and I had to think back to the movies that I was like, that kind of took me aback, and maybe learning more about the movies themselves and how they're made, like, made me appreciate them more. This one is definitely the case. Kind of like what I was talking about with One Battle After Another. Reading more about it, I appreciate it more. Reading about this process of how this movie was made. This movie is about the making of Breathless, and Jean-Luc Godard and the cast and crew making that movie. Richard Linklater, who I love, his attention to detail in the verisimilitude of how a movie was made back then is so precise, and so he wants to be as accurate as possible. He worked with this cinematographer, David Chambill, French cinematographer. First time working with him. Kind of took a chance on this, up and coming cinematographer. Because Linklater is kind of used to working with the same cast and crew for the films he makes. But he's like, okay, why not? And he's like, for this particular film, I want it to be as authentic as possible. And him and the cinematographer ended up finding the original camera, and I believe the original lenses that were used on Breathless to shoot this movie, to shoot Nouvelle Vague on film. And knowing that, it makes me appreciate it even more. And I love the look of this. It does look like it was made in the 60s. The black and white cinematography is amazing. But yeah, it's kind of I was not expecting as, good of a look for a Linklater movie here. Yeah, I mean, what am I trying to say? He's not always known for like his flair and visuals, Linklater. I love the director. Like, he's amazing, right? He makes some of the best films of all time, but not known for like, the visual stylings of other film directors. But for this, I think it's as visual as he's ever going to get, and as creative as he's ever going to get, because he's working in this genre, paying tribute to the French New Wave. So, all that being said, my number 4 of the year. My number 3. Here we go. It's Jay Kelly. Good old Linus Sandgren. I love Jay Kelly. Still my number 1 of the year. One of the things that immediately got me in the first minutes of the movie is just how beautiful it looks. To me, there's an opening sequence in Jay Kelly that reminds me like something that Janusz Kaminski or Steven Spielberg would shoot. I think Noah Baumbach is going for that classic Hollywood feel. And what better, person to, kind of replicate that in your movie than this cinematographer, who Linus Sandgren, who did the cinematography for La La Land and other Damien Chazelle movies, and he's also done No Time to Die. Of course, he did like Babylon, which I love. But it's that feel, it's that old Hollywood feel, that kind of classic golden look that I love. And also, one reason why I love this movie is because I like this kind of Hollywood story, and when it's done not so well, like it becomes too maybe cutesy, kind of too like up its own ass. One example being Birdman, which I think Birdman's okay, but I think the story of Jay Kelly is better. My point is, with the cinematography, what Sandgren does in Jay Kelly kind of mimics or kind of pays homage, or it reminds me of Birdman, with like the use of the camera, the movement of the camera. Not as many long takes, but it kind of feels like that, like the internal struggle of Jay Kelly, George Clooney, is similar to the struggle of what Michael Keaton's character is going through in Birdman. So the cinematography of both movies kind of came up to I couldn't help comparing the two. I think this does it a lot better. But anyway, I could go on and on about Jay Kelly. I will throughout the season, but for the cinematography alone, it's my number 3 of the year. Number 2, this one I alluded to last episode, and now I'm going to go kind of long on this one. Number 2, Wake Up Dead Man. Cinematographer is Steve Yedlund. Incredible. Like, I knew I was going to like Wake Up Dead Man because I like all the Knives Out movies. But it's now kind of difficult for me to kind of rank it along the other 3, because like, do I like this one the best is what I keep asking myself, because I think a lot of the things I love about the Knives Out movies, like, I think Wake Up Dead Man does it all better. I think some of the acting is better in this movie than the last 2. Some of the writing is better, and definitely I think the cinematography of this is better than the last 2. Steve Yedlin did the cinematography for Glass Onion and Knives Out. He does the cinematography for this. and I don't know, he just blows his old work out of the water, in my opinion. The whole movie looks gorgeous, but I'll just single out one sequence. Again, I think me reading about how they did this makes me appreciate, movies like this more. So I think I talked about this last episode, but I'll talk more about it here. The church where they shot most of the movie, where a lot of the scenes take place, they built it from scratch, which is surprising. Production design wise, incredible. The lighting was all fake too. There's a sequence in the movie where two characters talk inside the church, and outside through the stained glass, you see the sun move from, behind the clouds, and then breaking through the clouds. Sun shines through the stained glass on one character. It looks incredible. And as watching it the first time, I go, are they shooting in a real place? Like, did they actually capture the sun actually moving through the clouds? Because that's what it looks like. It looks amazing. And in the Q&A afterwards, Ryan Johnson says, completely fake. Everything was fake there. The set was fake, and the sun, it wasn't digital. It was actually lighting that was on like motion rigs, timed out, where as soon as a character says a line, the lights above them through the stained glass moves and is timed perfectly. And I'm like, God, that's incredible. So I think for that alone, for that one scene of the sun hitting a character through stained glass and making it look real, I think that alone puts this at my number 2 of the year. So that's my number 2, Wake Up Dead Man, Steven Yedlund. And my number 1, Siobhan. Can you guess what my number 1 is?
I know what your number 1 is. It might have something to do with my number 1.
Some would say it's the same one. It actually is the same one. It's Anthony Dodd Mantle for 28 Years Later. Basically, all we said is what I'm going to say. It's incredible that they did this with the cameras they used. Cameras being the iPhones. I was talking last week about the editing. The mere fact that the editing mixed with the cinematography and the direction, again, knowing about the process makes me appreciate this more. Seeing the pictures of that rig, and I think you were saying this earlier, of that rig with 100 iPhones around one zombie for a, let's say, 5-second moment in the movie of a maybe less than that, of a zombie getting shot in the head. The mere fact that the director, cinematographer, editor all put it off to make something I don't think I've seen before is phenomenal. So yeah, the look of it is so beautiful. Soderbergh himself, when he shot a movie on an iPhone, said, when he shot Unsane, he said he loved the look of an iPhone video because it looked like velvet, like buttery. Which I think when he says stuff like that, sometimes I think he's insane. But I get it when watching a movie like this shot on an iPhone. It just has a certain feel that, when used correctly, looks beautiful like this. So that's my number 1 of the year, Anthony Dodd Mantle for 28 Years Later.
Wow. Very good, Marcelo. I could have done a little bit of shit killing, but it is pretty good. Pretty good stuff, Marcelo.
But you could have done with what?
A little bit less Jay Kelly, but it's okay. I think.
Look, I love Jay Kelly. Jay Kelly
I know. I'm going to keep giving you shit throughout the season.
Well, thank you.
Very good stuff, Marcelo. I did not know the subway thing in highest to lowest, so you made my point even better. Mm-hmm. And also, I wanted to. You shouted out one battle, and for some reason, I thought of it, but it didn't really come to my mind. But I wanted to say the way they shoot those hills at the end of the movie. How many movies have we seen get shot out in the the California desert, right? But like I've never quite seen it like that. And it's used to create really great tension. Like they're going over the hills and you don't know what's going to be there, if anything, you know?
Yeah.
Like there's always, like it builds the tension so well. It's like such a smart way to shoot the desert.
Yeah. And can I just say, they were using long lenses for those sequences, and I'll shout out the focus pullers for that sequence. Apparently it's very difficult to keep focus when shooting with long lenses, driving up and down hills like that. So it was quite
I would
a feat.
imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Marcelo, that
that's
is what
it.
we had to say about what our favorites of the year, of course.
Yeah. We can move on.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, let's keep going. No other best cinematographers to shout out.
No, yeah, that's where you're wrong, Marcel. I'm going to have to stop you there. Hey, we actually have a Discord, talkfilmsociety.com/Discord, talkfilmsociety.com/Discord. Please come join. We love this fucking place. There's so many good people in there. It's fun conversation. People are nice. Every week I go into the Talk Awards channel and I ask the questions that we ask ourselves for the week.
Yeah.
And so this week it would be top 5 cinematography, and we got a handful of answers. I'm just going to go through them here, see what people said. Zephyr is up first. She, they. Cinematography, Zephyr says, Wake Up Dead Man. I believe she means Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out story tale. Knives Out what? Knives Out what? A new Knives Out? What is it? A Knives Out story. Is that
No.
it? Knives Out mystery. Knives Out mystery.
Right. Is it mystery? Oh, okay, now I'm second guessing.
What is it? Yeah.
Hold on, I'm here with the
Now, Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out.
It's a Knives Out mystery.
Knives Out mystery. Okay.
Yeah.
Phoenician Scheme. I believe she means the Phoenician Scheme. But good call. Good call. I mean, look, Wes Anderson movies always they look how they look, but they're always good. And Sinners. I'm gonna be honest, I just don't see it with Sinners, but I didn't get to see it in that IMAX format, you know.
Yeah.
I did see it in a big screen though.
Yeah, hard to judge. I don't think I mentioned this, but there was a shot that goes from scope to wide that was so drastic and great that there were gasps in my audience.
Wow, I love that shit. That's great. I wish I saw it. That was Zephyr. Thank you, Zephyr. Here we go with Hollywood Noah Cassidy. Cinematography, no other choice. On my honorable mentions list, it was just like I couldn't necessarily. There's a shot where like the main character is holding a gun. He's going to shoot a guy, and like it's from his POV, and he like raises his hand up to cover the eyes of the guy he's shooting, and like it's really cowardly and funny. Anyway, it was just an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Presence. Thank you.
Yeah.
28 years later. Damn right. Mm-hmm. Begonia. Anything to say there?
Yeah. I enjoy
Fisheye lenses?
You know what? Not as many as you'd think.
Jesus Christ.
And I think he's lessened on that. I think he's pushed back from that. I think even Kinds of Kindness has not as many fisheye lenses, so which I don't think you've seen. Kinds of Kindness, right?
God, no.
I do think the look of Begonia is very good. It did not make my list, but I think it's good.
Not the Who's Thomas Marinara, Thomas Mariani, host of Double Edge Double Bill in the past, but currently the host of the Adult Swim podcast and with Tori DePina, and the host of Cinema to the Letter. You can find the Adult Swim podcast and extra bonus episodes at patreon.com/cinema2letter, the number 2. Thomas Mariani, Tommy Marinara, the Big TM, the Titty Meister. Cinematography for Tommy. Train Dreams.
Oh, yeah?
One Battle After Another. Marty Supreme. The Secret Agent. presents. Well, you actually gave presents too. All right. And then we're going to go over to another Discord, the Hollywood Handbook Discord. No need to get into it. But I asked them as well. We got a couple responses. Richard Gear Solid tells me that he likes the close quarters camera work and expert long takes in It Was Just an Accident.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
And Sammy Fine tells us Wake Up Dead Man. I believe he means Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery. Nosferatu. One Battle. I believe he means One Battle After Another. Weapons, which I thought of Weapons. And 28YL. I believe he means 28 years later. Nosferatu did not come out in 2025. I believe we're going to strike that one from the record. Very close. Came out at the end of 2024, but it does not count.
Although,
Sammy.
Can I say possible asterisk? Because I can look this up. I think it was a UK release for 2025.
They are not in the UK.
Okay, well then never mind. Fuck me then.
And then we're going to go back to our Discord for one final visit to our friend of the site, Sam Shot First. Now, let me just preface this. Sam, he used to host a podcast, Sam Van Haren. He hosted a podcast called Can You Believe It?, where he watched every single film that Keanu Reeves was in and reviewed them with his guests, all the way up until John Wick Chapter 3, I do believe. Now, during that time, we know that his brain was warped. He became obsessed with Keanu Reeves and every person that ever worked with him. And so if any of these people, anytime he says somebody that has any sort of connection to Keanu Reeves, even the most tenuous, I am always skeptical of whether you can really take what he says seriously.
Right.
And that is just something I like to note before we talk about Sam Shot First, friend of the site's picks. So, cinematography, Autumn Durald Arcpa, Sinners. Anthony Dodd Mantle, 28 years later. Linus Sandgren, Jay Kelly.
Hey.
Matthew Lee Batik. Hey, look, that's another vote for you.
Yeah.
Matthew Lee Batik, highest to lowest.
Nice.
Steve Yedlin for Wake Up Dead Man. Now that's 5, but he gives us a 6th.
Oh.
Marcelo.
Who is he?
Which
the Critics' Choice Awards?
That's already bad enough because I asked for a top 5, but he gives us a 6th, which that's a party foul in and of itself. But the 6th he give us, Marcelo, is Dan Lausson for Frankenstein. Now we go over to Dan Lausson's IMDb page. It turns out Dan Lausson is responsible for shooting John Wick Chapter 2, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum, and John Wick Chapter 4. Marcelo.
Whoa. You know what?
Yes.
Should we just kick him out of the Discord?
I am getting tired of this. I'm getting so tired of this. Now, last week, I didn't even mention it, but this time, I'm going to bring it up now. So last week, it was Best Editing and Best Production Design, right?
Yeah.
And Sam, friend of the site, Sam Shot First, what he did was he nominated Bob Duxay for editing Wake Up Dead Man. Now, I look into Bob Duxay. Now look, this is a very slight connection. It's arguable, okay? That's why I didn't bring it up. Bob Duxay edited Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Right.
Full of Matrix references. It begins with Granny doing the Matrix thing on the computer like Trinity. There are Matrix people in the audience at the end watching the big game. So that's just, Marcelo, like, what do you think of that?
I mean, I was going to say, strike one, but at this point, we've given him so many strikes.
That's not all, Marcelo.
Whoa.
It's not over. There's one final infraction that friend of the site, Sam Shot First, inflicted upon us. Yes. For production design on 28 Years Later, he nominated Gareth Pugh. Gareth Pugh is a Danny Boyle guy. Worked with him forever.
Yeah.
In the production design field.
And as far as I know, Keanu Reeves never in a Danny Boyle film. So we're good there.
You're right. You're right about that. That's true. But Danny Boyle did direct a stage show.
Oh.
Called Free Your Mind, The Matrix Now.
Are you serious?
I am very serious about this. And Gareth Pugh was worked in the production for that film. For that stage production that was filmed, I believe.
Wow.
So, 2 Matrix connections last week. And then this week, you know what? I know what he did. He knew they slipped by us.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I'm going to just sneak this one in here. Nope, we caught it. We caught Dan Louston. He directed 3 Keanu Reeves movies. Mm-hmm. So Sam, wrong. That is 4 party fouls on the day.
Yeah.
Previously, we've said 5 party fouls gets you kicked. So look, I guess you stay for now, but just watch yourself.
Perhaps in the future, we'll see what happens. But if he should be brought to justice. We should have a trial of Sam Van Halen here on the show.
Yes, we should. On this show, we definitely should have a trial at some point. But
we need to extract him from wherever country he's in.
Yes.
Overnight, bring him to justice, handcuffed. I want him to give some thumbs up. But yeah, if you don't know what I'm alluding to, read the news, folks.
Nike sweatshirt, bottle of water, yeah.
Bottle of water. We should blur our faces because we're gonna be in the picture too. But we gotta blur our faces and
headphones, blindfold. All right, and then bring them out on mic. But hey, look, maybe we'll get that done in the future. But for now, that's it. That actually is the end of the Discord segment.
Wow, great as always. Thank you, folks, for participating. We love your picks. We love them.
All of you.
All of you.
Even Sam.
Maybe most of all Sam. If you ask me.
Maybe most of all
Maybe
Sam.
most of all.
He likes to press our buttons. You know what? I kind of appreciate it.
We love.
Now I'm thinking about it.
We love button pressers here on the show.
Yeah.
Now for the final segment, the prognostication game. Brought to you by IndieWire, not sponsored by IndieWire, but just, I say brought to you because I go to IndieWire, I click on their predictions for the Oscars for every category, and I
powered by IndieWire.
Powered by IndieWire. IndieWire, we've said your name so many times now that you should just give us money to keep saying your name.
David Ehrlich.
Come on. David Ehrlich can afford it, right? Those videos he makes every year, he's got to be.
They rake in the dough.
Yeah, he's got to be making so much money. All right, their prediction for best cinematography in the category. In this category, they have 5 frontrunners. They are guessing will be the nominees for best cinematographer at the Oscars. This was updated. As of December 31st of 2025. So, Siobhan, I'm going to ask you, who do you think is in IndieWire's top 5 frontrunners for
one battle after another
best cinematography?
One battle after another.
One battle after another is on the list. Good job, Siobhan. All right, next.
All right. Number 2, Sinners.
Sinners is on the list.
Number 3, Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is on the list.
Number 4, Marty Supreme.
Marty Supreme is not on the list.
Son of a gun.
Yeah, that is in the contenders category, which is the tier below.
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon is not on the list. Does not even rank.
Shit. I thought that was like my ace of the hole. I really was expecting that one. Fuck it, JK. No. Damn it. Oh man, I've got like 3 I want to say. All 3 of them are like very bubbly, and I don't.
I'm gonna give you some clues. So one of these, I don't think was mentioned at all in the episode so far.
Wicked be good.
Say again?
Wicked for good.
No. Wicked
Fuck.
for good is not here. Wicked for good is in the contenders category, which is right below. The other pick, because you have 2, the other pick was mentioned in the Discord section. So one pick not mentioned at all this episode. One pick, somebody, at least one person, mentioned it in the Discord section.
Train Dreams.
Train Dreams is on here.
Mm-hmm.
So if one
Not
more.
mentioned whatsoever.
Not
Okay.
mentioned whatsoever. Nobody talked about this movie at all. Not the look.
Nobody even thinks about this film.
Well, I mean, one more hint. We've been here before, talking about this movie. For you, and maybe even for me, kind of forgettable when it comes to the Oscar race, but still a contender. It was mentioned in the news segment. Somebody won an award for this movie.
It was a critically chosen film.
Yeah.
Hamnet.
Hamnet is on this list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry to Hamnet heads out there, but yeah, I mean, it's not going to make any of my lists. Maybe one, actually, now that I think about it, but in terms of production design, editing, sound, cinematography, not in my top 5 or honorable mentions, but for award season though, definitely in the running for a lot of these. It's in the running here for cinematography. Hamnet. So the list is Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Train Dreams. After that, the contenders are F1, Sarat, Marty Supreme, Song Song Blue, okay, I guess, and Wicked for Good. All right, that's the prognostication game. Siobhan, good job. Now, before we wrap up the episode, our picks. Who do we think is going to win the Oscar for Best Cinematography?
I am going to go. It's tough. I'm gonna do Sinners on this one.
Okay, all right. Sinners for Best Cinematography.
Yeah.
Oh boy. This is tough for me too. I think I'm gonna go with One Battle After Another. I don't know. I think One Battle is gonna pick up a lot of awards on Oscar night, and this might be one of those that it picks up. I don't think it'll be a full sweep, but it's gonna pick up a few. So that's my pick. One Battle. Your pick is Sinners. Folks, place your bets. Open up your gambling apps. Pick Sinners or One Battle After Another to win any award. That's basically it this season. Sinners or One Battle After Another. All right. Siobhan, that's it.
Marty Supreme if you're nasty.
Marty Supreme. Dark horse, some would say. Coming out of nowhere. All right. Plugs, Siobhan, anything you want to say before we go?
TalkFilmSociety.com/Discord, TalkFilmSociety.com/awards, junkblader.bsky.social, @junkblader on X. Junk Blader, you can friend me on Xbox. Let's see here. You can friend my character in Final Fantasy XIV, Ice Webfried Snowwind. You can figure out how to spell that yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think really I just want to tell people that just love each other.
Yeah. How did I know
what
you're
I'm about.
going to say that?
That's what I'm
Love each
about,
other. That is what you're about, loving each other. Yeah. But like Siobhan was saying, talkfilmsociety.com/TFSAwards. I think you said /awards, which doesn't link to anything, but I can link it to something. I'll make sure it goes somewhere. Vote if the voting is still open. Check the link /TFSAwards, and also check out our exclusive content behind the paywall over on Patreon. Patreon.com/TalkFilmSociety. That's it. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Siobhan, excited for the next episode. We already have something lined up. Potentially a guest. We're not going to say who it is because it could all fall apart. But stay tuned, folks, for the next episode. It's going to be a big one.
Big.
All right. And now for the thing we say at the end of all these shows. Hey, we'll see you at the Critics' Choice Awards. Nope. We never say that. All right.